the 20th chapter of Matthew, and we want to start reading at the 20th verse.
Okay.
Read.
Then came to him the mother of
Zebedee's. Go ahead.
children with her son,
Yeah.
worshiping him
Yeah.
and desiring a certain thing of him.
Now this is as much as your history as what we just read in Genesis. This is what they call the New Testament, but the New Testament events evolved in the Israelite environment also. And all of these events transpired before AD 70. Look what it says. And he said unto her, Yahshua said unto her, this woman, all these black folk, see? All these black folk. People say, well why every time you talk about you got to mention that they whether or not they black. What that mean? See? What that means is that the story and the interpretation that we have been given by the European is an inaccurate one. That's what that means. When they have projected our ancestors and their images and said that the black man was a savage who lived in the jungle at a subhuman level, that's what that means. When they have said that the black man has made no contributions to human civilization, that's what that means. See? That's what it means. Don't never let them punk you when you begin to accurately define what historical reality is. These were black people. And the European system has said that the black man is a race of nobodies, savages, inferior. And now here we done found out that the ancient Israelites were black folk. They lied on us. But look here, we drinking from the cup. See, that's what happened to us. See, we had to drink from the cup. See, and that cup put us in slavery. Look what it says here. And he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. But Yahshua answered and said, ye know not what you ask. Are ye able to drink of the what? Cup that I will drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? You see what I'm saying? They said unto him, we able. That's what they said unto him. But they said it in ignorance. They didn't understand what he was talking about when he talked about the cup that he had to drink of and the baptism that he had to deal with. But look here, they would. Turn to the 26th chapter of the book of Matthew.
That's right.
This is your history, y'all. See, you ain't got no business let the European define your history to you. But that's what they're doing. That's why your job is to rescue this history from the maniacal grip of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Because they got a hold on this here stuff here. And they trying to interpret it. They can't interpret this the way you can. Look what this here says in the 26th chapter, the first and the first and the second verse. And it came to pass when Yahshua had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the what? Amen. That's right. That's what Yahshua was celebrating. He wasn't celebrating Easter. He didn't celebrate his come on,
the Last Supper.
There's no such thing as the Last Supper. He was celebrating Passover. See? And he understood the significance of the Passover that he was celebrating because he was the lamb.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was being sacrificed. Now, you know what happens to the lamb, don't you?
Gotta die.
What happens to the lamb?
Gotta die.
You gotta kill it. That's what Yahshua was talking about when he was telling Peter's new mama. Hey, look, this cup I got. You really want to? They saw Yahshua raising the dead. They saw Yahshua walking on the wall. And they saw Yahshua healing the withered limb. And they saw Yahshua doing all manner of things, and they said, hey, that looks pretty cool. I want to be like that too. But they didn't know. They didn't know what goes along with that. You understand what I'm saying? They about to find out. Let's drop down to the 36th verse. Then cometh Yahshua with them, disciples, unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and they began to be sorrowful. And he began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then he said unto them, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. And he went on a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, Father! Father! See? And the reason that he said Father is because he was in possession of the Spirit that created the universe. You got to understand the relationship between Yahshua and the Spirit of Yah. See? And the Spirit of Yah is saying unto the Father, Father, if it be possible, let this, what? This cup pass. You know what the cup was? It was the cup of death. See? And the man didn't want to die. Why? Because he had life. Because he had power. Because he knew how to live. That's why. And he wanted to live, y'all. He wanted to live. You see what I'm saying? And he said, Father, if it be possible, let this cup. You see? But then he had to check himself. Because he said, nevertheless,
let thy will be done.
Not I. Not as I will. Because see, we got a will, y'all. Did you know that you had a will? See, you got a will. But are you willing to submit your will to the will of the Most High? So that you can what? Drink from the cup. It might not be pleasant. See? A lot of us, we only want to drink if it's what? Pleasant! But what if it ain't? Are you willing to drink even if it ain't? Time gonna tell. It's time gonna tell. Look what it says here in the 40th. And he cometh to his disciples and finding them asleep, and he said unto Peter, could you not watch with me for 1 hour? Could you watch? And then they got his mama talking about, I want him to sit at the right hand. And he's sleeping on the post. You see what I'm saying? 41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. 42, and he went again the second time, prayed, saying, oh Father, once again, this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, and thy will be done. And he came again and found them sleeping again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then he come to his disciples and said, sleep on. Sleep on. You ain't ready for prime time yet. That's what he told the disciples. Y'all ain't ready. Just y'all want to drink from the cup that I'm drinking.
Sleeping, honey.
And yet here you are sleeping at a critical time. Because you're tired. How many of y'all tired? That's because it ain't your time to be on stage yet, but your time is coming. I want us to drop down. 45. Then came his disciples and he said, sleep on, 46. Arise, let us go, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doeth betray me. Drop down all the way to the 52nd verse. Y'all got it? Look what it says. Then said Yahshua unto him, put up thy sword. So he took out his sword and slashed the man's ear. And Yahshua told Peter, look man, pick that sword up. Why did he say that? He said, put up again thy sword unto his place, for all they that take the sword shall what? Perish by the sword. Look, this is the impact verse right here. Thinkest thou that I cannot pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of, it only takes one angel killed 186,000 men. Now he's talking about 12 legions. That's overkill. You know that the legion is 100? So Yahshua is saying, look, you ain't got to put out no sword to save me from something. If I wanted to, I could call on my Father and he could send me some supernatural beings to handle this. This is nothing. Look what it says here. 54. But how then shall the scripture be fulfilled? That thus it must what? Be. Good gracious. See? And in that same hour, Yahshua said to the multitude, this is key. Are ye come out as against a thief with swords and staffs to take me? I sat daily with you, teaching in the temple, and ye laid not hold on me. But all this was done, that the scriptures of the prophets, talking about Isaiah, talking about Jeremiah, talking about Joel, talking about Ezekiel, all the scriptures of the prophets might be done and fulfilled. This is the key right here, y'all. Then all of the disciples, what they do? And what they do? And fled. Even the two that
two sons of
sit on the right hand side. See what I'm saying? And that's what he meant when he talked about drinking from the cup. The cup is a metaphor to describe your mission in life. A mission that has been assigned by your Creator in reference to the Creator's program. This concept of drinking from the cup of YAH goes to the heart of the matter concerning the Creator's relationship with the human family that he has created. See, he's involved in our lives individually, and then he's involved in our lives what? Collectively. See? He tells Jeremiah, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I had what? Sanctified thee. I had what? Set aside thee. And I had ordained thee a prophet unto the what? Not the churches, not the groups, not the organizations, but unto the nations. If you can't speak to the nations, you ain't talking about the Most High. Here's Jeremiah's reason for being born and who it is that caused him to be born and who has assigned him to that task, which is the cup that he must drink from. And that's the same thing that's true of us. See, each one of us, there's a cup that each one of us must drink from. And that cup has been given to us by the Creator, who is the architect of our lives. Hallelujah!
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 Shabbat shalom.